It is now almost a year later. How the fuck is the most interesting healthcare proposal just rolled out on a morning by Donald Trump about the government directly selling prescription drugs to use the leverage of the government? The malpractice here, in my mind, isn't messaging. It's that they don't know where they're messaging us to. They have not created a platform or infrastructure that addresses directly the needs. They are still dancing around the old paradigm. I think that's my point.
I think that's,
now, Tim disagrees.
Yeah, I kind of do.
You at home listening to the podcast, I'm sensing frustration on his face.
I kind of do.
Right.
This is why I never would have been a good White House press secretary. You can just, or I'm a terrible poker player. Do play poker with me. You know exactly what I'm thinking at all times. Look, man, I agree with you. So I don't disagree that the Democrats should have a fucking healthcare plan, and the Democrats should have a vision and a direction, and someone should emerge to try to lead them. But like, that's not actually necessary to be politically successful. I mean, as the former Republican here, may I remind you that Mitch McConnell did pretty good for a few years as the opposition to Barack Obama, just saying, you will do nothing, and I will blame everything that bad happens on you.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
And to me, that's kind of like, that's a useful first step, right? Is fighting Trump, doing everything you can to slow him down. And then when bad things happen, many of them Trump is to blame for, so you can credibly say he's to blame for it. But even for some of the other ones, it's like, sorry, man, buck stops with you. You wanted to be authoritarian. This bad thing is happening. We're going to blame it on you, and we're going to do so relentlessly. And we're going to remind people why the current status quo sucks. And that's like an easier thing to do than what you're asking. And so I just feel like my suggestion to them might be like the first little baby step towards doing things better.
I think that's actually a fine retort to that, and I would agree with you that there is something to meeting in the basement of a steakhouse on the day of the inauguration of Barack Obama and saying we will deny him everything, and putting that into play and doing it.
Yep.
And doing it really well, and not getting them Supreme Court justices, and not getting them legislative victories,
and not having a healthcare plan. I mean,
and not having a healthcare plan within that. David, are you seeing them doing? Right now, they're doing neither. So I'm going to say, are you seeing the plan that Tim's talking about slowly starting to coalesce, along with maybe the bubbling up of the thing that I'm talking about?
I wish I saw that, but no, not really. I mean, like,
we had an opening for Sunshine, David.